Furman from Tarlow, Breed, Hart, and Rogers is in the studio. Brings very relevant cases. Today you bring a case we know everybody's going to like. We're going to talk about the Gronk, right?
We are. Gronk Nation.
Gronk Nation.
Folks around here know about Rob Gronkowski, a great tight end for the New England Patriots. But he and his brothers, Chris and Dan, are all professional football players in the National Football League, although the Patriots, Gronkowski is an all-star and the most famous. And their nickname Gronk, has become synonymous with them. And in 2011, they established a limited liability company, an LLC in Florida, called Gronk Nation LLC. And the purpose of it was to protect their images, their likeness, their trademarks, including the name Gronk, and to prevent third parties from capitalizing on their name without their authority. They also created a charity called the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation to support kids, and the beneficiary of Gronk Nation LLC is actually their charitable foundation. So they try to raise money for charity through the sale of T-shirts and other types of memorabilia based upon their famous name. Meanwhile, the defendant, which is a company called Sully's Tees LLC, is accused in a recently filed complaint of selling Gronk T-shirts without their permission. And
they have sullied the name.
Right, and and the T-shirts would say things like Gronk, you got gronked, the allegation is that they profited from this and thereby deprived Gronk Nation LLC and through it the charitable foundation profits from this. Well, back in December 2012, Gronk Nation LLC actually received a federal trademark registration from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for Get Gronked and Gronk Nation. And they also received a trademark registration for Gronk. So, he's so famous that
it's almost like Mark Z.
It's almost like Mark Z. It's very similar. It might even be more famous, believe it or not. So anyway, Gronk Nation LLC tried to get, and these are allegations in the complaint, try to get the defendant to stop doing this, and then ultimately in 2013 they sent a lawyer's letter, cease and desist demand letter, which they alleged that the defendant ignored. And so they finally brought a federal court lawsuit accusing the defendants of violating their trademarks, violating the Lanham Act, violating 93A, which we've talked about many times, which prohibits unfair and deceptive business practices in the state of Massachusetts and provides for triple damages and attorney's fees and other trade